Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Minnesota Mike back with you for another video. This is one of two live streams that I'm doing, other than maybe a spontaneous one here and there in the month of April. This one is a little bit of a melancholy one, bittersweet would probably be the better word for it. So 5 years ago today, we lost Adam Schlesinger, who was the bass player and one of the two songwriters for Fountains of Wayne. Give me 1 second, make sure. There we go. My sound might not have been on. So in case it wasn't, I'm Minnesota Mike again, back with you for another video. This one is a live stream. It is a tribute to Adam Schlesinger, the bass player and one of two songwriters for Fountains of Wayne. He tragically passed away from COVID-19 5 years ago today. I thought it was a horrible April Fool's Day prank. It was not. And I miss him like crazy. And so after he passed, I did a deep dive into his writing and just saw exactly how influenced I've been by him. I knew I was, but it's just insane. And there aren't a whole lot of people that I can think of. There really isn't anybody I can think of who did so much with bands, his own bands, writing for other artists, producing for other artists, writing for TV, and then writing for movies and Broadway as well. Prince is one of the most prolific songwriters of all time. But everything I just mentioned, he didn't even touch that. And it's just wild. So I'm going to play some songs. All of these songs that I'm playing tonight were written by Adam Schlesinger, either on his own or with Chris Collingwood, who is the other songwriter in Fountains of Wayne and the lead singer. So this first one, we're going to just go in chronological order, more or less, at least with the Fountains of Wayne stuff. And this is a song from their self-titled debut, and it is called Radiation Vibe. Are you alone now? Did you lose the monkey? He gave you backaches, now you slouch. He didn't mean it. He's just a dumb man, reading Playboy on your couch. And now it's time to say what I forgot to say, baby, baby, baby. Come on, what's wrong? It's a radiation vibe, I'm moving on. Don't it make you wanna get some sun? Shine on, shine on, shine on. I went to Pittsburgh and joined the pro team. Talk about a bad dream, my broken knee. But I can still croon and make the girls swoon. Isn't that the way life's supposed to be? But now it's time to say what I forgot to say, baby, baby, baby. Come on, what's wrong? It's a radiation vibe, I'm grooving on. Don't it make you wanna get some sun? Shine on, shine on, shine on. Shine shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on. All right, and that was Radiation Vibe, like I said, off of their first album, Fountains of Wayne's first album. And all of these songs that I'm playing tonight are a tribute to the one and only Adam Schlesinger, who we lost 5 years ago to COVID in what I thought was a cruel April Fool's Day prank by Rolling Stone. Just absolutely awful. So this next song, I guess, maybe kind of deals with the afterlife, but really just kind of laziness, which I can get behind. And this is Sink to the Bottom, and I hope you enjoy it. I wanna sink to the bottom with you. I wanna sink to the bottom with you. The ocean is big and blue. I just wanna sink to the bottom with you. 'Cause on the highway, lanes in the air, everyone else is going somewhere, but I'm going nowhere and getting there soon. I just might as well sing down with you. I wanna sink to the bottom with you. I wanna sink to the bottom with you. The ocean is big and blue. I just wanna sink to the bottom with you. Out on the highway, up in the air, everyone else is going somewhere. They're going nowhere soon. I might as well just sing there with you. I wanna sink to the bottom with you. I wanna sink to the bottom with you. The ocean is big and blue. I just wanna sink to the bottom with you. All right, and that was Sink to the Bottom. Like I said, off of Fountains of Wayne's debut album, one of the songs on that album written by Adam Schlesinger, who we are celebrating tonight. So a lot of the songs on their first album were kind of written, as Adam put it, on napkins. They would just kind of try to make each other laugh, talking about people they know and kind of making fun of them. And I actually, before my big deep dive in 2020, I got Fountains of Wayne, the CD, in Spain. So I guess they would have been Fountains of Spain then. But I, listened to it as soon as I could, and just absolutely spectacular. But evoking Weezer a little bit more than the power pop stuff, although there was, obviously a little bit of that mixed in there as well. And Sink to the Bottom is a really good example, but just with the heavily distorted guitars, that's kind of what Sink to the Bottom was. So let me consult my set list here, because I've got one pulled up. There we go. All right. So, I mentioned that all of these songs are Adam songs, and much like Lennon and McCartney and Jagger and Richards, they shared co-writing credit. He and Chris Collingwood did, but especially towards the end of their songwriting partnership, they kind of wrote separately and then just brought them to each other. With Chris being the singer, obviously, he needed to vibe with the song. But this next one is one that they actually wrote together. And this is a song called Sick Day. And to me, it's the standout track for the album. So this is Sick Day, and I hope you enjoy it. Check out the girl in the harbor tunnel. Check out the girl in the harbor tunnel, crawling to work like she's 6 feet under, and the day has barely begun. They're all just chewing gum and laughing, and the voice on the radio station lead us into Ninth Penn Station, 'cause the best part's just begun. We're all becoming one, yeah. And she's making a scene with the coffee and cream, and the copy machine's not working. She's a hell of a girl, she's alone in the world, and she likes to say, hey, good looking. She's on her way, she's taking a sick day soon. And there is the man pushing paper past her, thinks of ways to make the days go faster, but the day goes on and on, and he dreams of his lawn, and all about the pretty careerist, the next cue over, the fat secretary, the lunchtime lovers, till the bath train finally comes, the platform full of bums again. And she's making a scene with the coffee and cream, and the copy machine's not working. She's a hell of a girl, she's alone in this world, and she likes to say, hey, good looking. She's on her way, she's taking a sick day soon. And she's making a scene with the coffee and cream, and the copy machine's not working. She's a hell of a girl, she's alone in the world, and she likes to say, hey, good looking. She's on her way, she's taking a sick day soon. She's on her way, she's taking a sick day soon. All right, and that was Sick Day, like I said, off of Fountains of Wayne's debut album. As I mentioned, a lot of these people in the songs were based on people that Adam and Chris knew, and I'll kind of talk about their distinct writing styles in a little bit. But I was telling my friend Zach today, because he's really into Steely Dan, and so I asked him if he'd ever listened to Fountains of Wayne. And for me, and this even is above Bob Dylan in a lot of senses, in terms of just creating characters, I would say Fountains of Wayne is like top 2 out of 3. I gotta throw Steely Dan in there first. Fountains of Wayne, Billy Joel's up there as well. The Beatles obviously to a certain extent, but just in terms of like these very specific characters, but then you can get general with Sick Day, and you just feel like you know them and you're rooting for them. And that's Sick Day. This next one is similar to that, and this is a song called She's Got a Problem, and I hope you enjoy it. I know a girl who should never be alone. I know a girl who should never be alone. She's a danger to herself, and I'm worried about her health. She's got a problem, and she's gonna do something dumb. I know a girl who you got to keep your eye on. I know a girl who you've got to keep your eye on. Every time she goes outside, she barely gets home alive. She's got a problem, and she's gonna do something dumb. Oh yeah, oh yeah, and I can see the signs. Oh yeah, 'cause she's only killing time. Oh yeah, and she's not long for this world. She's a danger to herself, and I'm worried about her health. She's got a problem, and she's gonna do something dumb. She's got a problem, and she's gonna do something dumb. All right, and that was She's Got a Problem. We're going to move on to their second album, Utopia Parkway, which, like I said, at Fountains of Wayne, so good with character development and centered specifically around the New York, New Jersey area. And Utopia Parkway was just a spectacular record in that regard. Really just these vivid descriptions, and a lot of my East Coast geography is thanks to Fountains of Wayne. So Utopia Parkway runs through New Jersey. I'm going to play, for me, what the standout track is from this particular album. And this is a song called Troubled Times, again, written by Adam Schlesinger, who we are paying tribute to tonight. So here is Troubled Times. When you think you found something worth holding on to, were you reaching for attention, hoping she would notice you collecting bottles and throw away cans like she was returnable? One day you would refill your hands. How she loved you, all you imagine fits so well in your plans. Maybe one day soon it'll all come out, how you dream about each other sometimes, with the memory of how you once gave up, but you made it through the troubled times. Pining away every hour in your room, rolling with emotion, waiting till it's opportune, sitting there watching the time lie past you. Why do tomorrow what you could never do? How she loved you, all you imagined, all the shit you put her through. Maybe one day soon it'll all come out, how you dream about each other sometimes, with the memory of how you once gave up, but you made it through the troubled times. And it takes a lot of nerve to ask how she's doing, Start with a weak foundation, you'll end up in ruin. The way the days and hours pass, you'll never understand. Falling like rain through your hands. Maybe one day soon it'll all come out. How you dream about each other sometimes, with a memory of how you once gave up, but you made it through the troubled times. Maybe one day soon it'll all come out. How you dream about each other sometimes, with a memory of how you once gave up, but you made it through the troubled times. Yeah, you made it through the troubled times. You made it through the troubled times. All right, and that was Troubled Times, like I said, off of Utopia Parkway. Speaking of Utopia Parkway, it's good driving music, as you might be able to guess. Um, and my dad made me a flash drive of all his favorite songs, 5-star songs, as he calls them. And I threw my favorite songs on there as well. Found Utopia Parkway at the library and had him upload it to the flash drive. So I'm, driving, and usually I hear his stuff because there's more of it. But I was driving, and all of a sudden I heard this song called Denise. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? This is amazing. I mean, I knew it was Fountains of Wayne, but I had kind of forgotten about it from the first listen to Utopia Parkway. So this is Denise. Just some of the ways that she's cool haven't held up all that well. We'll just say that, but still a fabulous song. I know this girl named Denise. She makes me weak at the knees. She drives a lavender Lexus. She lives in Queens, but her dad lives in Texas. Sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la. When she holds me, I can't help myself, I can't help myself. Won't you tell me, won't you tell me? Do you love me, Denise? Do you, what? Do you, and do you love me, Denise? Do you, what? Do you, do you? I heard she used to be married. She listens to Puff Daddy. She works at Liberty Travel. She got a man in gravel. Sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la. She controls me, I can't help myself. Sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la. Won't you tell me, do you love me, Denise? Do you, do you, do you, do you love me, Denise? Do you, do you, do you love me, Denise? All right, and that was Denise, like I said, off of Utopia Parkway. I'll dive into this a little bit more later when we're talking about some of their later albums, but when it comes to character development, I look at the descriptions like in Sick Day and She's Got a Problem, but the specific names that they come up with are always really hilarious. So I really, always admired Fountains of Wayne, still do, for exactly that. So let me consult my set list here. Okay, cool. So we are going to move on to Welcome Interstate Managers, which was my introduction to Fountains of Wayne. Really, when the album first came out. I know I said this when I did a tribute to that album in 2023 for its 20th anniversary, that the album came out when I was 10, almost 11. And, for some reason, I just really liked it. Little Red Light, especially, was a standout to me. We'll chat about that later. But a lot of these themes are like about burned out corporate execs. And so it's just really funny to me that really that resonated with me at the age of 10. But this next one is just a spectacular one for what we're looking at today in our world. And this is the song Mexican Wine. I do want to give a shout out to my friend Paul at this point in time. He and I both got into Fountains of Wayne together. And at his sister's wedding, which was down in Mexico, they had some Mexican wine. And so I, went and found him and told him, I think I'll have another glass. And I did. But this is Mexican Wine, and I hope you enjoy it. He was killed by a cellular phone explosion. They scattered his ashes across the ocean. The water was used to make baby lotion. The wheels of promotion were set into motion, but the sun still shines in the summertime. I'll be yours if you'll be mine. I tried to change, but I changed my mind. Think I'll have another glass of Mexican wine. Yup. She lived alone in a small apartment across the street from the health department. She left her pills in the glove compartment. That was the afternoon her heart went, and the sun still shines in the summertime. I'll be yours if you'll be mine. I tried to change, but I changed my mind. Think I'll have another glass of Mexican wine. Think I'll have another glass of Mexican wine. I used to fly for United Airlines, then I got fired for reading High Times. My license expired in almost no time. Now I'm retired and I think that's fine, because the sun still shines in the summertime. I'll be yours if you'll be mine. I tried to change, but I changed my mind. Think I'll have another glass of Mexican wine. Think I'll have another glass of Mexican wine. Won't you have another glass of Mexican wine? All right, and that was Mexican Wine, like I said, by Fountains of Wayne, and specifically written by the one and only Adam Schlesinger, who we are paying tribute to tonight. He unfortunately passed away 5 years ago today of COVID-19, and it was really hard on me, and there were a handful of reasons for that, but it just hit me, and I promised myself, I played a couple of songs that weren't, didn't practice all that much, and kind of same thing here, for a different set of reasons, but I wanted to take my time with it and really piece together a good set list, and it wasn't difficult. I had to cull through a spreadsheet that somebody in a Fountains of Wayne group made, to pick out my favorite songs, really narrow it down. But just a spectacular songwriter, great sense of humor. And I miss him like crazy. I know that sounds wild because I didn't even know the guy, but I just felt a connection to him and to his music. So this next song is the one that you all know and love. This is a song called Stacy's Mom, and I think I explained this when I did the 20th anniversary show, but this actually came about because somebody like told Adam at some point that probably when they were teenagers, was that his grandma was really hot. And he's like, well, that's weird, but okay, let me write a song about it. So he changed it to Stacy's Mom, and I mean, this is the song that a lot of people know the band for, and for good reason. It's a great song. And as you can see, Adam has a lot of other songs. He knew this one was going to be the hit, and he was okay with that because he really believed in it. And that was just his sense of humor and his work ethic. So, anyway, this is Stacy's Mom, and I hope you enjoy it. There we go. Stacy's mom has got it going on. 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 Stacy, can I come over after school? After school, we can hang around by the pool. Hang by the pool. Did your mom get back from a business trip? Business trip. Is she there, or is she trying to give me the slip? Give me the slip. You know I'm not the little boy that I used to be. I'm all grown up now, baby, can't you see? Stacy's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacy's mom. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Stacy, do you remember when I mowed your lawn? Mowed your lawn. Your mom came out with just a towel on. I could tell she liked me from the way she stared, the way she stared, and the way she said, you missed a spot over there, spot over there. And I know that you think it's just a fantasy, but since your dad walked out, your mom could use a guy like me. Stacy's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I waited for so long. Stacy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacy's mom. Stacy's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I waited for so long. Stacy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. I know it might be wrong. I'm in love with Stacy's mama. Stacy's mama. Wait a minute, Stacy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacy's mom. All right, and that was Stacy's mom. Just to reiterate from the 20th anniversary live stream, one of my former bonus students actually named her car Stacy so that people would say that Stacy's mom has got it going on. And she was born probably 2, 3 years after that song was released. So just spectacular. It's a little bit of a novelty, but it's a great song. And one of the things that I love about Adam's songwriting is that he could, you know, make you laugh, but then also just tear at your heartstrings. And this one isn't so bad, but this is one of the more sentimental tunes that he wrote. And this is a song called Valley Winter Song. And I hope you enjoy it. He's sweet and he so bad. You know the summer's coming soon. Along the interstate is choking under salt and dirty sand, and it seems the sun is hiding on the. Your daddy told you when you were young, run out and leave the numbers away. So give it a rest, go, take a deep breath, go, and meet me at the Bay Station tonight. The snow is coming down on our New England town, and it's been blowing all day long. What else is new? What could I do? I wrote a Valley Winter song, tumbling on you. In late December, can drag a man down. You really deep in your cup. Shortening and avenues and motoring around in a non-house with the windows painted shut. Remember New York staring outside as reckless winter made its way from Staten Island to the Upper West Side, winding out our streets along the way. The snow is coming down on our New England town, and it's been falling all day long. What else is new? What can I do? Let's sing this Valley Winter song I wrote for you. The snow is coming down on our New England town, and it's been falling all day long. What else is new? What can I do? Let's sing this Valley Winter song I wrote for you. All right, and that was Valley Winter Song, like I said, by Fountains of Wayne. We are celebrating Adam Schlesinger all night long. He unfortunately passed away 5 years ago today. I want to talk about Valley Winter Song for a second. I just love that song, first of all. But one of my rules was that it had to be written by Adam or co written, even though all of them say co-written, but like known to be co-written. And it one of the other rules was that it had to have had an influence on me, either as a fan, which isn't hard, that doesn't narrow it down, but mostly as a writer. And that I am not really much of a writer of love songs, so that may surprise you. But there's a line in my song "Mr. Policeman" that says, "They're chasing me through snow and desert sand." And the line that I had in mind there was though the interstate is choking under salt and dirty sand from the song Valley Winter Song. And so that definitely has had an impact on my own writing, plus various other songs. So this next one has two, and it's rare that I get to talk about a guitar part influencing me. But the solo at the end, I after I heard it, like the outro, it just blew me away. And I was, relatively new to the guitar at the time. And so, like, every single song that I would play, I'd have this, like, blaring outro that was based on all kinds of time. Plus, it's just a spectacular song. So, this is All Kinds of Time. And Adam wrote this one. He just kind of got this idea for like a quarterback and the other ways that he could have all kinds of time on his hands. And so this is his expansion of that idea, and I hope you enjoy it. Lights running down, the team's losing ground to the opposing defense. The young quarterback waits for the snap when suddenly it all starts to make sense. He's got all kinds of time, got all kinds of time, all kinds of time. He's got all kinds of time, all kinds of time. He takes a step back, he's under attack, but he knows that no one can touch him now. He seems so at ease, strange in a peace is all that he's feeling somehow. He's got all kinds of time, got all kinds of time, all kinds of time. He's got all kinds of time, all kinds of time. He thinks of his mother, he thinks of his bride to be. He thinks of his father, his two young brothers gathered around the widescreen TV. He looks to the left, he looks to the right, wearing a golden ray of light. It's his older man, just like he planned. The whole world is his tonight. All kinds of time, all kinds of time. All right, and that was All Kinds of Time by Fountains of Wayne and written by Adam Schlesinger, who we are paying tribute to all night tonight. He unfortunately passed away 5 years ago today in what I thought was a cruel April Fool's joke, but it was not. It was all too real, unfortunately. So I forgot to kind of talk a little bit about the. Thought I heard a noise like I got a chat. I forgot to talk a little bit about the trajectory of Fountains of Wayne. So I played songs from their first album. In between that, we'll talk about that a little bit later, actually. But then they released their second album 3 years later. That was Utopia Parkway. And after Utopia Parkway didn't do super well, thanks to zero promotion from their label dropped them, and damnedest thing. Can't believe that didn't do well with no promotion. So they were free agents. They took some time off. They were ready to quit. And they, Adam just called Chris up or, whatever and said, hey man, why don't we just jam a little bit, see what happens, throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. And that's why Welcome Interstate Managers ended up being such a diverse album with a lot of styles on it. There was still the power pop stuff and all of that, but then there was some softer stuff like this particular song that I'm about to play, and this is Little Red Light. This one I played at our 7th grade medieval banquet because this one was for the serfs who were overworked, just like the main character in this song. So this is Little Red Light, and I hope you enjoy it. Sitting in traffic on the Tappan Zee, 50 million people out in front of me, trying to cross the water, but it just might be a while. Rain's coming down, I can't see a thing. Radio is broken, so I'm whistling. New York to Nyack feels like 100 miles. It's not right, it's not fair. I'm still a mess and you still don't care. I go to work, I come back home, but you're still gone and I'm still alone. And the little red light's not blinking. No, the little red light's not blinking. No, the little red light's not blinking on my big black plastic Japanese cordless phone. Oh no. Stuck in a meeting on a Monday night, trying to get the numbers to come out right. I'm getting tired, think I just might need a drink. And as I'm reaching in the bottom drawer, I'm hearing about the way I was before. Life was so easy, I never really had to think. It's not right, it's not fair. I'm still a mess and you still don't care. I go to sleep, when I wake up, the pain sets in and it never stops. Oh, the little red light's not blinking. No, the little red light's not blinking. No, the little red light's not blinking on my desktop mailbox and my big black laptop. Oh no, oh no, oh no. It's not right, it's not fair. I'm still a mess and you still don't care. I go to work, I come back home, but you're still gone and I'm still alone. Oh, and the little red light's not blinking. No, the little red light's not blinking. No, the little red light's not blinking on my big black Radio Shack digital portable phone. Oh no, oh no, oh no. All right, and that was Little Red Light, like I said, off of Welcome Interstate Managers, one of my favorite songs from that album. My mom, when I did the 20th anniversary live stream, I was back home, and she especially loved the and as I'm reaching in the bottom drawer line, which again, really funny that I sang that at that point. I was, like 13 or something. But that I was singing that, although I, also recited a Medicare commercial at the age of 6. So I don't know, old soul, I suppose. But anyway, the funny thing about this particular album, Welcome Interstate Managers, is that I know it so well. And the funny thing about it is that, it's hard for me to listen to just one song without hearing the next one coming in. And we'd be here all night if I did that with this album. And we already kind of did, like I said, a couple of years ago. But stay tuned for the 25th anniversary in 3 years, I suppose. So anyway, but this one I had to play back to back. This is a song called Hey Julie, and I hope you enjoy it. Working all day for a mean little man with a clip-on tie and a rub-on tan. He's got me running around the office like a dog around a track. When I get back home, you're always there to rub my back. Hey Julie, look what they're doing to me, trying to trip me up, trying to wear me now. Julie, I swear it's so hard to bear it, and I never make it through without you around. No, I never make it through without you around. I was on the phone making pointless calls. I got a desk full of paper that means nothing at all. Sometimes I catch myself staring into space, counting down the hours till I get to see your face. Hey Julie, look what they're doing to me, trying to trip me up, trying to wear me now. Julie, I swear it's so hard to bear it, and I never make it through without you around. No, I never make it through without you around. How did it come to me that you and I must be far away from each other every day? Why must I spend my night filling up my mind with lights and veils that never had them anyway? They never had them anyway. Working all day for a mean little guy with a bad toupee and a soup-stained tie. He's got me running around the office like a gerbil on a wheel. He can tell me what to do, but he can't tell me what to feel. Hey Julie, look what they're doing to me, trying to trip me up, trying to wear me down. Julie, I swear it's so hard to bear it, and I never make it through without you around. No, I never make it through without you around. No, I never make it through without you around. All right, and that was Hey Julie, like I said. That song actually appeared in an episode of Scrubs a while back. And so a lot of people I know got into Fountains of Wayne because of that. They looked it up and saw Hey Julie. Really a sweet, sweet song. So when I was in the process of writing for my first album, I had this line in the title track, Pass the Mic, that said, me going into a karaoke bar, and the owner said, he'll break a few windows today. And my guitar teacher came up with the response of, at least I'm not wearing a bad toupee. So Adam and I, and Matt, my guitar teacher, we apparently all have something against people in toupees. And shout out to Matt, actually, because Matt is the one who tipped me off, or not tipped me off to that song, but taught me how to play it. So that is that. Let's see who we got here. All right. Thank you so much. I can't see who's tuning in there, but I appreciate you for sending a message. So we're going to continue on, and we're actually going to go to the album, though not the studio album, but the album right after Welcome Interstate Managers. And that is a compilation album, a B-sides and rarities compilation that has some really interesting covers on it. There's one of Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. There's one of Can't Get It Out of My Head, which is really good. But they have some, like I said, some B-sides. And this is one of them. This is a song, another masterclass in character development. This is a song called Maureen. I pick her up outside the station. She's telling me about her spring vacation. I pick her up outside the station. She's telling me about her spring vacation. Not leaving much to the imagination. She's giving me way too much information. Maureen, you don't know what you do to me. I know you won't be true to me. The least that you can do for me is keep it to yourself. I'm so sorry, I don't mean to shout. It's just that I can't do without the details of your days and nights and your thoughts and dreams. Maureen, 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 Maureen. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? She calls me up at 10 past midnight. Cause she and some guy just had a big fight. And I say, well, maybe he's not all that bright. She tells me it's not his brain that she likes. Maureen, you don't know what you do to me. I know you won't be true to me. The least that you can do for me is keep it to yourself. I'm sorry, I don't mean to shout, but I really can't do without the details of your days and nights and your thoughts and dreams. Maureen, Maureen, Maureen. All right, and that was Maureen. And still is, because there's more. I know you think I'm just a friend, but can we please just put to an end to all the graphic imagery that you insist on feeding me? I can't accept that I'm not the one who's getting to have all the fun. Maybe that's what friends are for. I can't take it anymore. Maureen, you don't know what you do to me. I know you won't be true to me. The least that you can do for me is keep it to yourself. And I'm so sorry, I don't mean to shout, but I can't really do without the details of your days and nights, your thoughts and your dreams. Can we keep it right? Can we keep it clean? Maureen, Maureen, Maureen. All right, and that was Maureen after that full sending there. And I hope you enjoyed that. That's a relatively new one to me in case you couldn't tell. But great song. Apparently, there's a song called Elevator Up that apparently was on Out of State Plates as well. But I know it is an outtake from Welcome Interstate Managers. It's just a little too complicated for me. But a fabulous song nonetheless. Okay, let's consult ye old set list here. Okay. So we are going to move on to a couple of songs handful of songs actually, from Traffic and Weather, which was their fourth album. Again, not counting Out of State Plates, so fourth studio album. And this is the opening track. This is Someone to Love. And I do want to point out that Stacy's mom was very heavily influenced by the Cars, specifically Just What I Needed. And really the entirety of Traffic and Weather, not the entirety, but a good portion of Traffic and Weather was inspired by the Cars as well. And this is a great example. I'll talk a little bit more about this particular song after I play it. Seth Shapiro got his law degree. He moved to Brooklyn from Schenectady, 93, got some clients in the food industry. He says it's not the money, it's the recipes. He calls his mom, says he's doing fine. She's got somebody on the other line, puts Coldplay on, pours a glass of wine, fills up with a book about organized crime. When it's late and it's out, and a date with the Late Show is all that you got, don't give up, don't give up. One of these nights you might find someone to love. Beth McKenzie got the job of her dreams, retouching photos for a magazine named It Teens. It's Thursday night, she should be out on the scene, but she's sitting at home watching the King and Queens. There's something wrong that she can't describe. She takes the contacts out of her eyes, sets the alarm for 6:45 so she can get a little exercise. When it's late and it's hot, and an hour in the shower is the best that you got, don't give up, don't give up. One of these nights you might find someone to love, and you're not the only one who's lonely, and you're not the only one who's lonely. Seth Shapiro is trying in vain to hail a taxi in the morning in the pouring rain. Beth McKenzie sees one just up ahead. She cuts in front of him and leaves him for dead. When it's late and it's hot, and an hour in the shower is the best that you got, don't give up, don't give up. in your mind, someone to love. All right. And that was Someone to Love. So one of the things that I really love about that song is Seth Shapiro and Beth McKenzie. When I was taking my first education class, we had to like make our own case scenario of students, and Seth Shapiro and Beth McKenzie were the two that I came up with because I just really like how they roll off the tongue. Um, I'm not going to play it tonight, but the title track to Traffic and Weather references Chuck Scarborough, and I saw a headline. He's a weatherman in the song, and I saw a headline saying Chuck Scarborough to retire, and I'm like, wait a second, that's an actual person. And Chuck Scarborough and Sue Simmons were the people who they referenced in the song. Some guy named Dan too. Hey Dan, I like those shorts. But so they didn't always make up the character names, but they did so enough so it was believable if you didn't know who Chuck Scarborough was. But also, speaking of their enduring influence with that particular song, Traffic and Weather, there's a radio station in Philadelphia that at least used to use Traffic and Weather to introduce Traffic and Weather. So I mentioned earlier that Adam just had the ability to tug at your heartstrings, and he could do that. He could make you laugh. He could do it all. And this next song is a song called I-95, and it is one of the most gorgeous songs that I've ever heard. And it was a standout for the writers too when Adam passed. They were kind of defending him against Stacy's mom, or beyond Stacy's mom, and this was the song that they always highlighted was I-95, and so I'm going to play it for you. They sell posters of girls washing cars, unicorns and stars, Guns N' Roses album covers. They've got most of the Barney DVDs, coffee mugs and teas that say Virginia is for lovers, but it's not. Round here it's just for truckers who forgot to fill up on gasoline, back up near Aberdeen. It's a 9-hour drive from me to you, south on I-95, and do it to the day that I need to, just to see you, just to see you. Hip-hop stations are fading in and out. All I'm receiving now is a kick drum mixed with static. Constellations are blinking in the sky. The road is open wide, and it is so cinematic till a van driven by an older gentleman comes right in front of me. From then on, that's all I see. It's a 9 from me to you, south on I-95, and I will do it till the day that I die, just to see you. If I need to, just to see you. All right, and that was I-95. It's funny, so I watched Pardon the Interruption on ESPN, and Wilbon always gives Kornheiser a hard time about his I-95 bias, being a New York guy. So the reason why I know about I-95 is because of them, but first it was because of Fountains of Wayne. So like I said, and every time I hear Virginia is for lovers, I think, but it's not. So I have a friend who's tuning in from Bartlett, my friend Mark, and he knows I always joke about how far Bartlett is from Memphis. So this one goes out to you. It's I-40. Although, drive and 40 don't rhyme, but close enough. And I know you've also got some Virginia connections too. So that's perfect. Perfect dedication there. But anyway, let's keep on going here. And we've got one more song off of Traffic and Weather. And this was the standout track for me. This is a song called New Routine. And this is on, I worked it into the Sophomore Jinx set, which I rarely play. But it's one of my favorites to play. So this is New Routine by Fountain. Two men sit in the corner of a diner. Both of them look quite a bit like Carl Reiner. One of them is smoking even though the sign says not to. The waitress says to stop, he says sorry but I've got to. They tell each other jokes that they both know that they both know. They talk about real estate, prostates, Costco. And when they finish up, they leave a 20 on the table. The waitress picks it up with their half-eaten bagels. And when her shift is over, she goes back to Mineola, sits on the couch, opens up a Diet Cola and says, I'm so sick of this place. I'm just ready for a change of pace. I'm just looking for a new routine. So she spins a globe, and the next thing you know, she's living in Liechtenstein. She doesn't speak German, only high school Spanish. But within a few weeks, she discovers she can manage. But there's not much going on except for banking and skiing. So she breaks up with a man that she just started seeing. He drops her at the airport in a diesel Mercedes. Thinks to himself, I'm so feeble with the ladies. And I'm so sick of this place. I'm just ready for a change of pace. I'm just looking for a new routine. So he spins his globe, and the next thing you know, he's living in Bowling Green. talks his way into a job at La Quinta, falls for the manager's moving back to Canada. She's tried rolling no regular roll, says you're really sweet, but I just wanna go. Two men sit in the corner of a diner. One of them says I might take a trip to China. It's something you should do before you get too old. Thanks but no thanks, bring me back an egg roll. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. All right. And that was the last of the songs that I'm playing from Traffic and Weather. Once again, all in tribute to the one and only Adam Schlesinger, who we unfortunately lost 5 years ago today to COVID-19. So now we're going to move on to Fountains of Wayne's last album, which was called Sky Full of Holes. And I read a review recently that said that if the album Traffic and Weather was a tribute to the Cars, then Sky Full of Holes was a tribute to the Jayhawks, a great Minnesota band heavy into the old country scene. Well, they kind of got away from that into the 2000s, but it's still a spectacular album. And I remember the day it came out. I actually went to get it with my best friend. She was wanting to get Rio, which came out on DVD that day as well. So we went, I got the CD and just wore the thing out. It's absolutely a spectacular record. Very different than all of their other ones, but I really, really like it a lot. So this first song was the first song that I heard from that record. My mom sent it to me. And, still living at home at the time, but she just emailed it to me and was like, oh, I heard this on The Current. And I checked it out. And again, spectacular character development. And I'll talk a little bit more about some of the lyrics in a little bit. But this is Richie and Ruben. They opened up a bar called Living Hell. Right from the start it didn't go too well. They didn't have the vibe or quite the right clientele. They bought a velvet rope and the doorman laughed. They got robbed blind by half the wait staff. 6 short weeks and they were forced to sell. Richie and Ruben don't know what they're doing. Richie and Ruben are both a little out of their minds. Don't give them a dime. They'll blow through your dough just like they blew through mine. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Where did the money go? Where did the money go? They opened a boutique they called Degree, together with some guy from FIT. Though later it turned out he never quite got his degree. $1,100 for a ripped up shirt that came pre-stained with bleach and black dirt. Seemed just a little bit too steep to me. Richie and Ruben don't know what they're doing. Richie and Ruben are both a little out of their minds. Don't give them a dime. They'll blow through your dough just like they blew through mine. And ever since the 7th grade, they've been thinking that they got it made. But I still haven't gotten paid at all. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Where did the money go? Where did the money go? Richie and Ruben don't know what they're doing. Richie and Ruben are both a little. They're both a little. They're both a little out of their minds. All right, and that was Richie and Ruben. Like I said, from Sky Full of Holes, the first song off of that album that I heard. I have something when we talk about cuánto cuesta, how much does it cost, to have an example on my PowerPoint that says $1,100 for a ripped up shirt. My kids are like, man, that's expensive. And I'm like, yeah, it seems a little steep to me. And then explain about Richie and Ruben and the backstory, and they all get a good laugh out of it. So this next tune is a song that actually inspired a song of mine called Sleep. This is a song called Acela. Like I-95, Acela is another East Coast thing. It's the Amtrak, but they call it the Acela. And so I was like, oh, what's that? And I mean, I could kind of piece it together based on the lyrics, but I looked up specifically. It's one of my absolute favorite songs. So this is Acela, and I hope you enjoy it. There's a train on a track, painted silver, blue, and black, heading to Massachusetts, and then it's coming back, and it's entertaining by New Haven once you've had yourself a drink or two. Ooh, ooh. All alone on the Acela, tell me, baby, where the hell are you? Acela. There's a girl on a train, leaning on a window pane, reading People magazine, just to help turn off her brain. And I swear I caught her staring at me. Maybe I've been staring at her too. Oh, oh. Shot to hell on the Acela, just as well. There's nothing else to do. When they called all aboard, you were nowhere to be found, though you swore you were sure you'd come with me out of town. And I looked in all the stars, I looked in Hudson News, searched for any sign of you, but you had not left any clues. I was so confused. What was I supposed to do? Now the world is a blur as the engine starts to purr, and we're flying through Rhode Island. The conductor calls me sir. For your information, it's South Station at about 11:22. Ooh. Got to catch the next Acela, got to make my way back home to you. Got to catch the next Acela, got to make my way back home to you. All right, and that was Acela by Fountains of Wayne. So I want to give another shout out to my friend Mark, who's tuning in. he gave me the suggestion a while ago of doing a blog about rhyme schemes, and I hadn't thought of it, surprisingly. But Acelo is one of the first songs that got me to pay attention to rhyme schemes and songs, and so I included that on in my blog. And just a random side note, I also got mentioned in a comment by one of the co-writers of the song, Monday Morning Church, in that particular blog. I know one of the co-writers, but it wasn't that one. It was the other guy, Brent Baxter, excuse me. And so that was just kind of wild. So shout out to the Memphis Songwriters Association there for letting me do that blog and talk about all kinds of cool stuff. Okay, so this next song that I'm going to play, is a song called Action Hero. And the first time I heard the song, I just absolutely lost it. And the second time I heard the song, I just absolutely lost it. It's one of those songs, like I said, that tugs at your heartstrings. No pun intended, as you will see in this particular song. But this just gets it. Adam's spectacular songwriting. And this is actually the title track to this live stream because Adam was an action hero. So this is Action Hero, and I hope you enjoy it. Sometime after sunset, he is on his hands and knees. He is searching for his keys at a small Vietnamese place on East 11th Street. His daughters were there once singing, we just get going, please, as his wife begins to sneeze, and his son is throwing peas and eating with his feet. He's an action hero, and he should be fighting crime, leaping between the buildings and racing against time. He's an action hero. He's an action hero. In his mind, he drives by Mount Sinai where they're running through some tests, and they've taped things to his chest, and they're all doing their best to make him feel at ease. The doctor says it's really just an educated guess. I suggest you get some rest. Try to cut back on the stress, 'cause I don't like what I see. But the action hero swears he feels fine. He's gotta finish saving the world from all mankind. He's an action hero. He's an action hero. And he's racing against time. There goes the action hero. There goes the action hero. There goes the action hero. And he's racing against time. Oh, man, and that was Action Hero, like I said, from Sky Full of Holes. Just a phenomenal song. I read a year or so ago about it was an old post from Adam, and it was a report card that his daughter gave him for Father's Day, and it was just absolutely adorable. And so I'm sure a lot of that stuff, just the frustrations, but the thrill of it all at the same time inspired that song. But if you guys get the chance, You should watch the show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Adam did the score to it. I'll talk about that in a little bit. I'll play some songs, sing some songs from that particular show. Actually, I think I just have one. Um, but Rachel Bloom, who was the star and co-creator of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, did this stand-up special called "Death Let Me Do My Show," and it was about her reluctance to cope with Adam's death. And when she started talking about it, she just described the process of this group email was going around and how Adam was doing, and he was doing better, and then all of a sudden he was doing worse and did worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And so just kind of the thing of racing against time. It's just kind of, I'm sure, how he felt in his last moments, and how his friends and family and all of that felt. So that song just gets to me even more so than it normally does. But we're gonna cheer things up a little bit and do a song called a road song. Now, I was fortunate enough, I mentioned my friend Paul, and he and I actually, got to see Fountains of Wayne back in 2009. And it's funny. So before I dive into this story, I'll dive into a side story because that's just what I do. A couple of years ago, I saw John Hour in concert, and he was opening up for Fountains of Wayne at the show in Minneapolis. And, I told him that when I saw him. This was, 14 years later, right? And so I saw him, and I said, "Yeah, I saw you open up for Fountains of Wayne in 2009 in Minneapolis." And he looks at me and he goes, "Wait, don't tell me, Cedar Cultural Center, right?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that's insane that you remember that." But he's just got a great memory. Look at me, but like he, hasn't forgotten my face. He might not know my name, but he knows, hey, you're one of my Memphis fans. So that was just a spectacular show. And it's been good to reconnect with John there. But anyway, they during this tour, they were previewing some songs from their upcoming album, which would become Sky Full of Holes. And the only one that I remember super well is a road song. And this one actually inspired an album title of mine called 40 Movies with Will Ferrell, about doing long distance with somebody. So this is a road song, and I hope you enjoy it. We're still in Wisconsin as far as I know. Today was Green Bay and tomorrow Chicago. Wish I was lying, but there isn't much to report. My phone is dying, so I've got to keep it short. I just wanted to say, hey, I've been writing you a road song. It's a cliche, but hey, that doesn't make it so wrong. And in between the stops at the Cracker Barrel and 40 movies with Will Ferrell, I still need some way to occupy my time. So I'm writing you a road song. I sure hope you don't mind. I bought you a light blue t-shirt last night from some band I couldn't stand, but their logo's alright. Some kid threw a bottle on stage, he had an arm like a pro. I know it's getting late, I guess I should let you go, but did I happen to say, hey, I've been writing you a road song, don't run away, 'cause hey, I promise it won't be too long. I know it's not what you call necessary, and I know that I'm no Steve Perry, but even if you roll your eyes and groan, I'm still writing you a road song that you can call your own. All right, and that was a road song, like I said, off of Sky Full of Holes, which is Fountains of Wayne's last album. There are other songs of theirs off of that record that I really like. There's one actually that comes right before Cold Comfort, or a road song called Cold Comfort Flowers, and that inspired a song on my album Iowapolis. So you'll be hearing a lot about that within the next year. Hopefully I'll have that out. I See a Dip in the Ocean on there. That's a great song. They debuted that on Letterman when they were promoting it. I remember the episode so vividly. It was Kirstie Alley and Michael Somerville were the guests, and Fountains of Wayne was the musical guest. And then, of course, the Summer Place. She's been afraid of the Cuisinart since 1977. Such a random line, but what a great one. But anyway, that is Sky Full of Holes. We've got a couple more songs. Actually 3 of them. And so this next one dives into Adam's work with movies. And I should note, too, that he was also part of a band called Ivy. And I know a little bit of their stuff, but not enough to justify playing it. But in addition to that, like I said, in between Fountains of Wayne's first and second album, he submitted this song not thinking he would get it, that it would get anywhere, for this movie about a 60s band similar to the Beatles, and he wrote the title track, and it was called That Thing You Do. And so this is That Thing You Do, the song that he didn't think was going to get chosen, by Adam Schlesinger, or the Oneaters, if you would prefer. Hang on, let me get the lyrics up here, sorry. All right, there we go. You doing that thing you do, breaking my heart into a million pieces, like you always do, and you don't mean to be cruel. You never even knew about the heartache I've been going through. Well, I tried and tried to forget you, girl, but it's just so hard to do. Every time you do that thing you do, I know all the games you play, and I am gonna find now. I know all the games you play, and I am gonna find a way to let you know that you'll be mine someday. 'Cause we could be happy, can't you see? If you'd only let me be the one to hold you and keep you here with me. 'Cause I tried and tried to forget you, girl, but it's just so hard to do. Every time you do that thing you do, I don't ask for a lot, but I know one thing's for sure. It's the love that I haven't got, 'cause we'll be happy, can't you see? If you'd only let me be the one who holds you and keep you here with me. 'Cause it hurts me so just to let you go around with someone new. And if I know you, you're doing that thing every day. You're doing that thing. I can't stand you doing that thing you do. All right, and that was That Thing You Do, like I said, by Fountains of Wayne, kind of. It was written by Adam Schlesinger and pitched for the movie of the same name, or what ended up becoming That Thing You Do, that movie. Sorry to awkwardly get out of the camera like that, but what I'm going to do right now is I am going to switch over to the piano or the keyboard, I should say, because there is a song by the Monkees from 2016 that, along with the rest of the album, was produced by Adam Schlesinger, and he actually wrote this particular song. And so, this is a song called Our Own World, and I hope you enjoy it. You blew my mind, you turned back time, you changed my tune. I looked in your eyes, saw starry skies, the sun and moon. And you're a dreamer, just like me. We don't need reality, we're in our own world, we're in our own world, we're in our own world, our own little world. We're in our own world and no one else can see. We've been writing rhymes and trading lines. It sounds so good. We've been making plans to start some bands just like we should. And you're a schemer, just like me. Got no fear of authority. We're in our own world, our own little world. We're in our own world, our own little world. We're in our own little world that no one else can see. And no one else knows where we go or what we do. And I don't mind wasting all my time with you, 'cause you're a dreamer just like me. Really don't need reality. We're in our own world, our own little world. We're in our own little world, our own little world. We're in our own little world that no one else can see. Na-da-dee-dee-dee-dee, na-da-dee-dee-dee-dee, except you and me. Na-da-dee-dee-dee-dee, da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee, na-da-dee-dee-dee-dee, except for you and me. Na-da-dee-dee-dee-dee, da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee. All right, and that was Our Own World. Like I said, by the Monkees, but written by Adam Schlesinger and produced by him as well. So that was kind of an insight into the songs that he wrote for other artists as well. And movies and stuff. He also had just found out recently did the music for Music and Lyrics, the romantic comedy from 2007, which I haven't seen, but familiar enough with it. So we're going to close out with a song from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and this is a song that's called "It Was a Shit Show," And there are songs that I might like a little bit better than this from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, although this one always makes me laugh. But there are some that are just way too complicated. Um, for me to play and all of that. And so this is perfect for those of you who have been to my live shows. You know I love closing out with Red as the Rose, and this is kind of the opposite of that. Although it's still a breakup song, I suppose, but it is still a cappella, and so I figured this would be a good one to close with. And this song actually inspired one of my favorite songs that is called "The Waitress Likes Me." About a waitress friend of mine. Well, not friend anymore, but a waitress, former prospect of mine. Uh, and just kind of poking fun at that culture of like, hey, I think the waitress is hitting on me, even though I knew her before that. But anyway, this is, it was a shit show. And yeah, I'm not going to give context for this. Watch the show. It's a great show. But this is, it was a shit show. I love you, yes, and I'll confess the thought of staying is so enticing. And when you speak, my knees get weak. I can't believe what I'm sacrificing. But let's get real, we know the deal. So, darling, let's not tiptoe. This thing we had, it wasn't bad, it was a shit show. We can't undo, can't make amends. Dysfunction is our lingua franca. We can't unscrew each other's friends. We're Jerry Springer, not Casablanca. There's hard to get, then there's neglect. To say it's fate, you'd have to be a bit slow. Not to be crass, but this sucked ass. It was a shit show. Chernobyl next to us looks like a campfire. Hurricane Katrina was just bad weather. We have chemistry, of course, but that's a formula for divorce. A play without pieces of fences, that's what we are together. Oh, what the hell? Let's get a hotel, 'cause life is short and we're not getting younger. But after sex, what happens next? I mean, in the long run, not fatigue and hunger. And when you say that I should stay, that's exactly when I should split, though. I won't forget, I won't regret this beautiful, heart-stopping, breathtaking, life-changing shit show. All right, and it was a shit show, which might be how you describe this tribute. But as you could tell, Adam Schlesinger means a lot to me. And even if I messed up here and there, it was fun but bittersweet to be able to play tribute to one of my heroes, pay tribute, I should say, to one of my heroes. And if you're watching this and you're in the camp where you're like, hey, I wasn't really familiar with a lot of those songs, then you got some work to do. And there are some songs that actually I didn't include tonight that Adam wrote that are still spectacular. I just couldn't pull them off because I could barely pull these off. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it, or enjoyed it, I should say, and then enjoy continuing to listen to Adam, who's one of the greatest songwriters of the past 30 years or so. I'm Minnesota Mike. Thank you so much once again for tuning in.